Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a review and unboxing of DaSin's Action Man, or Bastard Man, whatever you know him by. I like to call him Bastard Man just because, that's what they use in the English dub of the Crown Shinchan anime. So let's pop this open, a little slit on the tape just to make it a little bit easier. Box a little stiff, but that's totally fine. Right, so already things are looking pretty good. Check out all those goodies. We got the main man himself, a couple faces, beam, claw, hands, and looks like a little round stand. This is a little tight. Okay, now that it's out, there's the arm for posing, and got 5 faces, Bastard Beam, and the figure himself comes with a little plastic slit right here. Seems to be tucked into actually the bottom portion of the vest. A little piece of tape to just tear away. So everything feels pretty nice. First notice is there's a little scuff here on his left shoulder, and not too bad of issues with color, but there's a little smudge there in the blue. The white has a little bit of issue. It seems like that it was cast all in green and then painted. The elbow is a double joint, so the part in the bicep bends pretty easy, but you're going to have to kind of push it a little bit more for the forearm portion to bend. Yeah, so it's nice and good. You can see that the knees also, it's got a thigh swivel, and you have a little pegged ball joint here in the hip, so it does move kind of like the SHF, the newer like butt cheek motion. Not a double knee. It does get a pretty nice bend, but it's a single joint. Got a ball joint there at the ankle and the toe joint as well. Everything feels pretty smooth. Nothing's too loose. He stands pretty good actually on his own too. So let's take a look at these faces now. So we got a little slight smile smirk, a little grit in teeth, big smile, and that face, it's like, oh, and a bit of a kind of frown smile. We come with 5 sets of hands in total. You got the pointing, almost like a gun finger, and then the light open ones, chops and fists. And the Bastard Beam, this kind of has a little bit of a weird plug-in. It's kind of like a semicircle with a flat end, and you're going to want to push it in more, but it's only going to grip a little bit. It's not going to push all the way through, so be careful with that, because that piece of plastic is a little brittle too. So it does look like it's just going to snap into his forearms. You're going to kind of want to snap one in first at the higher point. They're a little hard because it does snap in kind of loose, but it's kind of just troublesome to get it into the placement. But once it's in there, I mean, we'll see. So it's gonna just do a little bit, then clipping. Come on, beam, stay in there. And I think we got it. There we go. So immediately, something I'm noticing is it could have had just like slipping piece, but makes him a little top heavy. So gotta make sure you pose his feet and ankles just the right way, or use the stand. But there's the Bastard Beam. Yeah, looks good. And so we can get him posed a little bit. I'm gonna test out with hands. So it's pretty nice though. Plastic overall does feel kind of a little bit almost more painted compared to regular DaSin's too. But let's get a little bit of a height comparison. So here on the left you have a Shinchan from 50D Toys. He's about 3-ish inches, so that makes Action Man about 5 inches or so. So if we're doing 1/12 scale, you know, makes him about 5 foot, a bit taller. I mean, it's a nice fit. We're never meant to see him as like a real height. So the head does pop off nice and easy. It does split. It's a little tough. The horns too are a little sharp, so be kind of careful. There's 2 plugs there on the back of the helmet, which is where the front face of the mask and then the actual face expressions go. Face expressions, they plug into the lower section, so careful when you're putting it in. So it looks kind of like the fin on the top of the head's going to come off, but it doesn't. They go nice back in together, pretty smooth. Again, just stiff for the first time, and pops back into place. That's a double ball joint too there in the neck, but the bottom one does not wiggle too much. There's kind of a lower joint at the base of the neck, so you do get a pretty good motion there in the head too for expression, or just looking to the left side, down, whichever. So doing some height comparisons too, just for more guys that you might have in your collection, your standard Marvel Legends there on the right, which is the Toei Spider-Man, and on the left is a classic SHF Kamen Rider. So overall, pretty nice. I love it. Can't beat him. I remember when I first saw about it, my brother recommended him to me, and I've always been a big fan of Shin-Chan, and this actual Bastard Man here, he's actually what got me into Kamen Rider, just the characters and the designs and everything. Here's some, you know, posing and everything, make him look like he's ready for a battle with his crew. Then nice and organic poses for just kicks and everything. You're gonna have to work with it just a little bit to get those joints and everything, but you have a little clippy hand for the stand to do aerial poses. Use that. There's a hole in the back, doesn't really work too well, but I give it A+ overall. So thanks for watching, and leave a like, and hopefully if you were looking at any DaSins or even thinking of getting this guy, you have a little bit of a better idea. See ya!